One power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power.
Good morning. Such is the nature of life that all it asks and all it wants is the opportunity to appear. And you are that opportunity, and so am I, and so it is. Welcome, everyone, to CSL Midtown, coming to you this morning from a cool and chilly and crisp day morning in Atlanta, Georgia. We are so glad that you have joined us today. We welcome all people, no matter who you are or where you are in your life. We welcome all those who are listening online, either right now live or on our recording. Our center is a diverse center, and it reflects the truth of life. So we welcome you, whoever you are, whatever path brought you to be here today. Know that you are in the right place and that this is the right time for you. We know that you are an individual expression of the divine life in which we all live. You are welcome to participate here today, and we invite you to be a part of our community. We hope that those of you who are watching our broadcast on social media will like and share this with your friends. And for a better understanding of who we are and what we teach, let's listen now to our Declaration of Principles as written by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes.
A few of the Declaration of Principles we live by.
I believe in one God, one absolute power, and first cause to all things.
I believe that this power is perfect love, and it creates out of a desire to express love.
I believe all thought is creative, and how I choose to think creates my personal experience.
I believe in the unity of all life, and the immortality of the individual soul forever unfolding.
I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of God to all.
And so it is.
So grateful, hey.
The full Declaration of Principles is available on our website, so go check it out at cslmidtown.org. Good morning again. My name is Judy Aehle, and I'm the practitioner for today's service. Welcome to February. The theme for this month is Embracing the Edge, and today's theme is Living on the Inner Edge. This immediately took my mind to the question of, what is your growing edge? What is my growing edge? How is Spirit asking me or you to stretch yourself? We are all on the edge of transformation. Perhaps even our country is on the edge of transformation. Today, I am committed to being open to my own growing edge and to face it with courage, curiosity, and compassion. Living on the inner edge or on our growing edge is about meeting the tension between who we think we are and who we really are. And who we really are is Spirit expressing as the person that we are. The growing edge is a boundary between what is familiar to us and what is unknown, what is comfortable for us, and perhaps what is uncomfortable. Science of mind teaches us that our true nature is already whole and complete, even if we don't fully believe it. To see our growing edge is to have faith that we are being held and guided by Spirit. It is to see ourselves through the divine lens of wholeness. This involves being brave and stretching beyond where we currently are. Ernest Holmes always talked about being open at the top, continuing to evolve and grow. The possibilities of spirit or God within us are infinite, and our possibilities of using this power within our lives and within us is truly limitless. So with those thoughts, I want to lead us now into an opening treatment, spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. So if you will take a moment wherever you are to get comfortable, to relax, to breathe, to take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths, to focus on the moment that we are in right here and right now, because this is our creative moment right now, the present moment, not what was going on a half hour ago or 3 seconds ago, not what's going to be happening later today, but right here, right now. And as we do this, we know that spirit is all that there is, that this divine presence, this life, this love, this goodness is everywhere. It is all around us. It is in us. It is in every person on the planet. It is in every situation. It is all around nature. It is the vibrancy of life everywhere present. And I know that I am, and that each person is connected to this presence fully and completely. Whether we may feel that way right now or not, whether we may experience that or not, that the truth is that we are always connected with it, that it is the beating of our heart. It is the flow of the blood in our veins and our capillaries and our arteries, that it fills us, that we're never separated from this power for good, for this presence, from this presence. And because of this, I know that truly all is well in my life, that the desires of my heart are fully supported by the universe and by this presence, that my desire for vibrant health is absolutely 100% supported by this presence, that my desire for love and connection and deep, beautiful relationships and great creativity and a way to tap into new ideas and openness to this divine mind and prosperity, that divine prosperity is mine, that there is an infinite abundance and supply in the universe, and that I am, and that we are each opening ourselves up to this supply, knowing that we each bring great value and goodness to the world, that we have strong influence, that we make a difference, that what we say and what we do makes a difference in the world around us, because divine presence, this good, this presence is always expressing through us. So what we do, what we say is that divine presence. I turn away from any ideas of fear, of lack, of limitation, of struggle, of strain, of trying to push, trying to make things happen. I let go of all that. And instead, I know that as I sink deeply into this present moment, that spirit is calling me on my growing edge, is calling me to take risks, to believe more, to embrace more of this presence in my life, to step out and to do those things that I know that I'm here to do. And that God always has my back no matter what. That this is a loving, friendly, user-friendly universe that we live in, and that it only is wanting to express in greater ways of goodness in the world. So I just know that this is a truth. I release this treatment now, knowing that it is so, and so it is. All right. Well, we have some music for reflection now. Yolanda Adams. All right. Here we go.
Yolanda Adams.
Reach out and touch somebody. you can reach out and touch somebody's hand and make this world a better place. If you can take a little time out your busy day, show a little love to someone who may have lost their way. Would it be talking to a stone if I asked you to share a problem that wasn't yours? Yes, we can change things if we start giving. So why don't you reach out and touch somebody's hand? Love someone, you can do it, I can do it. Reach out and touch somebody. Somebody needs to know you love them, and somebody needs a hug today. Why don't you do it for me? Touch your neighbor and touch them, love them, hug them, love them, touch them, love. I know we can do it. We can do it. You and me and you and me and you. You and me, you and me. Touch someone from your heart. Come on, let's hold hands and do the, yeah, let's do a touch. You can. You can touch somebody. Just giving them a smile. Touch someone, touch someone's
Wow, she really brought the house down. That looked like that was the Kennedy Center honor for Diana Ross. What a beautiful tribute. All right. I have the privilege of introducing our wonderful speaker today, Essy Freed. Started attending the Atlanta Church of Religious Science back in 1981 when the beautiful, wonderful Reverend Dr. Kennedy Schultz was its founder and minister. During her years at the center, she became a practitioner and started the Care Treatment Ministry back in 2003. And that team provided treatment for so many people in all kinds of areas of their lives. Then the Care Ministry continues to exist today. She received awards for Practitioner of the Year, Lifetime Achievement Award, and for 20 years of exemplary service leading the Care Ministry team. Essy is a licensed clinical social worker and clinical hypnotherapist. She's been practicing for 42 years and is owner of the Hypnosis Center of Dunwoody. Essy has helped thousands of people throughout the years using psychotherapy and hypnosis. Essy truly believes that if it wasn't for Reverend Dr. Kennedy Schultz and using the principles of science of mind, her career would have taken a very different path. And I want to just add one other thing that I wasn't going to say, but I understand there's a lot of Essy's fan club in the Zoom room, and I hope that you will stay around after the service and after the talk, because we have a little discussion with our speaker, and today that's Essy, and that would be really fun if you stayed around for that. So welcome, Essy. So excited that you're here today.
Hi.
Yeah. We thought we were going to be in person, but we're not. Mother Nature had the upper hand.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And that's my favorite song, Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand. I love that song. And I had to wipe my eyes because I certainly didn't want to get mascara all over me. But anyway, The theme, of course, is embracing the inner edge. And my talk is living on the inner edge and how the Beatles shared their love and enlightenment with the masses, unafraid of potential consequences. And a video will be shown at the very end of my talk so you can get the full impact of the Beatles' courage and strength and their belief in doing things the right way. So let's begin with the edge is not the limit. It's not a stopping point. It's a doorway or an entrance. This is where real growth begins as we lean into introspection and self-acceptance, and also look at those internal uncomfortable places and sometimes comfortable places holding us back from enjoying life. This is where we stretch our consciousness and align ourselves with a greater knowing about who we truly are with God works for our greatest and highest good. We who practice science of mind principles know that God is always present. There is no spot where God is not, always working in and through us to assist us in that which we desire. So one of my favorite quotes is from William Faulkner, the Nobel Prize-winning novelist. And he states, "You cannot swim to new horizons. You cannot swim to new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. You cannot swim to new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore." He emphasizes the importance of taking risks and stepping out of your comfort zones to achieve personal growth and innovation. It's a leap of faith. It's taking a leap of faith. How many times have you taken a leap of faith and you were amazed at how easy it was? And then you questioned yourself, why didn't I do that sooner? Anybody? I know some of you have. I know I have. And it's probably not going to be the last time. So what is my special secret? It is treatment. And those in the viewing audience who are not familiar with treatment, it's affirmative prayer. It's not just asking. In science of mind, it's knowing. And one must get personally involved with treatment to demonstrate results. For instance, I remember when I was a social work intern and I needed to have an internship, and there was one available at the hospice near my home. So I hope you're there. I went out for a little bit there. And when I did, I went to the building. I sat there in my car. I closed my eyes and I did treatment because I knew I was going into a place where people were getting end-of-life care. I knew I wanted to walk in those doors with confidence and courage. And I knew I wanted to have the perfect interview. And I wanted to walk out with an internship. And I did. I did. One thing that you didn't know, I had a fear of death. Yes, I was going to face my fear and work with people who were dying. After my internship, I'll let you know something. I got a job there as the social worker of that particular hospice. Fortunately, my favorite minister, Reverend Kennedy Schultz, treated for me back in 1982 to overcome the fear of death. And I still have his letter. Likes to write. I walked through those doors at hospice with a greater consciousness. As I aligned myself with God, I wasn't afraid. And I learned that I loved hospice and still do. Reverend Kennedy Schultz also treated for the right and perfect position for me because I was dealing with a lot of doubt at one time regarding my profession. So I had a lot of skills and talents. A year later, after Reverend Schultz treated, I started taking courses at the Hypnosis Motivation Institute, which was a state-approved school by the Department of Georgia, the Department of Education in Georgia. The training was all psychology and no math. Went out. I also became one of their instructors. Yeah. I have been in practice for over 40 plus years. Boy, that Kennedy was good with his treatments. God worked through him and through me so I would know the truth about myself. Yes, I did the work. It was another door that opened. So what did it take for me to change? Having faith in Science of Mind principles, believing, expecting, accepting. That if I could conceive it, I could achieve it. I acted bravely and with courage. What the mind can conceive, a person can achieve. And as a matter of fact, that's on not only, it's on Kennedy Schultz's letterhead. This is another letter that I received by him. It's a couple of pages. As I said, he liked to write. So we can change our mind and keep it changed. Sometimes it's not easy, and that's why we practice daily, aligning ourselves with God. Remember, and I don't quote the Bible. I'm not a Bible quoter, really, but I do quote this: never will I leave you nor forsake you. So if you have a challenge or an issue, choose someone or more than someone to be on your team that can help you rather. Personally, I use treatment. I use ministers and rabbis. I am Jewish. Practitioners and friends. Family, of course. And there's my phenomenal husband, Alton. That's my go-to person. And my precious sister, Sherry. Also, great books. I've got one right here. It's Creative Mind and Success by none other than our founder, Ernest Holmes. Also, Creative Mind. Love this. This is really old. This is 1982, but I still read it. And there are many talks in here by Ernest Holmes, Raymond Charles Barker, Kennedy Schultz, Robert Bitzer, Lynn Osborne, who is still, I believe, still practicing in Washington State, Reverend Lynn Osborne. So another thing that we want to do is recognize that we have friends, we have family, all these people that we can talk to. Reach out and touch. They will help you. They will assist you. Not only are there books that you can read, but there are also things on YouTube that you can watch. There's a lot of Science of Mind on YouTube that you can watch. And we need this assistance because what keeps us stuck is negative feeding of our own minds. That's giving your power away. It keeps you stuck, stagnant, and not feeling good about yourself. So this is just a taste of the edge is not the limit. It is a doorway. And now I'd like to present the story of the Beatles, who, living on the inner edge, shared their love and enlightenment with the masses, unafraid of the consequences. Diego, take it away.
Didn't know that the Beatles were big supporters of the civil rights movement. In 1964, the Beatles launched their first tour in the US, and one of their first stops was the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. This was a segregated event, so whites had to sit in one section, blacks had to sit in a different section. The Beatles showed up and they pretty much said, "What's this?" And the promoter says, "This is just how it is. Well, we don't perform in front of segregated audiences, so either it's integrated or we're not hitting the stage." The promoters caved, the audience was integrated, and the Beatles performed. After that, some of their other shows were also being promoted as white-only events. And again, the Beatles responded the same way. Either it's integrated or you don't get the Beatles. Eventually, they actually put a clause into their contract that stated that they only perform in front of integrated audiences. They also didn't stand for any of their fans to use racist or hateful language as well. John Lennon often spoke out publicly against racism and also showed his support for the civil rights movement. The Beatles also spoke openly about how their music is heavily influenced by black artists such as Muddy Waters, Chuck Berry, Motown, and Little Richard. And this was during a time where a lot of artists were benefiting from the influence of black music, but they didn't give them any credit. Paul McCartney wrote a song called Blackbird. Blackbird is a slang term for black women in Great Britain. In the song, he talks about letting the blackbird sing, meaning let black women have their voice and have their freedom. I have a lot of respect for this because during this time, being an ally meant that you really had to put something on the line. But that didn't stop the Beatles. And they even said, we'd much rather lose money than perform in front of a segregated audience. I had no idea. Big shout out to the Beatles. This is dope to me.
That's a wonderful video. And somebody sent that to my sister. She sent it to me and I said, gotta have that. Gotta have that. They could have lost thousands of dollars, the Beatles. This is right in 1964 when the civil rights movement had already started and there was supposed to be integration. The Beatles sang 12 songs in 30 minutes to a crowd of thousands of people who are not segregated. But integrated. I'm sorry, it's a tearjerker for me. So let's get back to this. I have another something that I'd like to show you. This is a friend of mine, Joy Goodman. She won a trip to Italy and she went by herself because some people that she asked couldn't go. So she had mustered up all her courage, all her science of mind principles, because she does attend Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, and rolled up her sleeves and she went. And she had a wonderful time, the time of her life. But what did it take? It took her believing, accepting, and expecting that she could. And she took that step because the door was open. And it was beautiful. So kudos to Joy. And this is what's written on her bookmarker. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We are afraid, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We will fall, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. And so they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. This is by Guillaume Apollinaire. So, living on the inner edge can not only be fruitful and scary at sometimes, but you take that leap of faith it can also bring you freedom. And so it is. Thank you for watching and continue to watch. Hallelujah.
Yay. Thank you, Essy. What an amazing talk this morning and very emotional. We will see you over on Zoom to have discussion with us after. And so you can exit this, hop on Zoom, and I'm going to do a little bit of follow-up stuff. So if you would, with me, let's do our new minister sacred covenant easy prayer. You can find this on our website, cslmidtown.org. You can download it. You can add a couple of passages if you want. So here we go. There is only one life. This life is good. This life is God. This life is my life now. In knowing that I am one with this life that is God, I therefore know that I am one with all of its blessed expressions, which includes the presence of a new minister for my beloved spiritual community. Because I know the highest purpose of my new minister is to express spirit, I therefore know that my new minister is a revelation of spirit as principle. I further know that my new minister is the fulfillment of that which has been promised by God, for it is written, principle is not bound by precedent. It operates according to the law and is always available to those who are willing to align themselves with it. As I stand in agreement with my beloved spiritual community, I see my new minister before me as inspiring spiritual oneness through wisdom, love, and authenticity. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing this truth about myself. For I am inspired to live as love in the expression of principle. I am awakening the wisdom within me by clearly communicating the principles of universal truth. I am a conduit of divine love, wisdom, and healing energy, recognizing the inherent wholeness within all beings. I am offering teachings, classes, and mystical studies grounded in spiritual principles to cultivate inner wisdom, personal transformation, and empowered living. I am extending the love, compassion, and transformative power of spirit into the wider community, fostering connections that heal, uplift, and support individuals in their unique journeys. As I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that they will be revealed in a way that will express spirit and serve the highest and greatest good of all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful. God is gracious, and so it is. And now it's time for our conscious giving, and we are starting the second month of 2026. We appreciate your donations and contributions to help support the Center for Spiritual Living, Midtown-Alanta. And you can go online and donate at cslmidtown.org/donate, or scan the QR code on the screen. Either will take you right there. You can set up a one-time donation or an ongoing donation, whatever works best for you. So now let's say our affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow. And all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. We got a few announcements. We took this Sunday out of that, what would have been a cold community center, and we are online. I want to thank Judy Aehle for being our practitioner and moderator for the beginning of the service, and Essy Freed for being an amazing speaker today. Next week, Reverend Dr. Ron Fox and Becky Fox will be our practitioner, or our speaker and practitioner. Ron's going to talk about living a conscious life. And we have an adult study group at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings on Zoom. So you can get there by going to cslmidtown.org, scroll down to the bottom, and click the link for the Zoom. Then put in the passcode. It will let you into the Zoom room. You can do that. You can get the new minister's Sacred Covenant Easy Prayer. And March 1st, we will be in person, and that is the date of our annual meeting. So please plan on being there in person, or if you're at a distance, online. We'll get both online because we got some people out of state that love to support us. So with that, now let's say our affirmation of life. I leave this place now knowing something better than I knew before. I go forth into the world with a heart full of love and a mind full of good sense. I look at the world in a greater way, knowing that I have within me everything I need to create the life I desire. I give thanks for this understanding, and I am grateful for the spirit of life that lives through me. And join me now on Zoom for a discussion with Essy Freed. Have a great week, everybody.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. Hey! Oh yeah. Grateful. I just say I am so grateful every day for all I have. Every day. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all I have. Every day I say it. Grateful. How I'm grateful. Every day. Oh yeah. I am so grateful. Oh yeah. I'm so grateful. 'Cause I accept and I receive. I am so grateful. Oh yes, I am. I am so grateful. Hey, grateful. I just count my blessings. Grateful. I just count my blessings.
There is a power for good in the universe greater than you are.